Hello and welcome back again. My name is Dirk with DMP Home Inspections, and this is your mentor moment. A big thanks to InterNACHI for supporting this podcast and helping us reach other inspectors, entrepreneurs, and small business owners. I am so glad you're here. Today, for today's session, we're going to talk about something every successful person or business has to understand early on and throughout your entire business. The difference between a wish and a goal, and how knowing the difference helps you become a better leader, a better mentee, and a better mentor. And because this is their mentor moment, I want to focus on that mentor mentee part. The session isn't just about how we think, it's about how we take action and how we guide others to do the same. Because as mentors, we don't just inspire, we equip. As a mentees, you're not here to be spoon-fed success. You're here to grow into it. Understand? So let's take the next like 3 to 6 minutes and discuss what is a wish and what is a goal. Okay. Now you can do a little chart here and decide for yourself on one side, write wish, and on the other side, write a goal. Okay, let's define the difference between a wish and a goal. So take your piece of paper, put wish on one side, goal on the other, and draw a line in between both of those words. Okay, a wish is something you hope for. It feels good to say. It's passive, no real action behind it. It relies on outside forces, luck, timing, or something else doing or someone else doing the work for you. Okay, so for example, I wish I was in better shape. I wish I had more money. I wish my business would take off. I wish I'd win the lottery. That, that's emotion without any direction whatsoever. A goal, on the other hand, is a decision with a plan. I choose it. You define it, and then you act on it. Okay, so for example, I will work out 4 days a week and stop eating sugar for the next 60 days. I will have $2,000 set by setting aside $100 a week and cutting some of my entertainment out. I will gain 10 new clients by the end of the third quarter by attending 2 events, social networking, or posting different things on social media, LinkedIn, Google, or whatever it is. Okay, but start a goal table. And so if you have your piece of paper and you did wish and goal, we want to make sure that the mentor and mentee get this to understand what the job is. So let's just kind of break it down. The mentor's role: guide with structure, not just inspiration. Listen carefully for wish language and gently redirect it. Challenge gently. Ask questions, kind of like, what would this look like if this was a goal instead of this wish? What one step you can make this week to turn that wish into a goal? Now, hold each other accountable, not for perfection, but for progress. We want to see progress whenever we're helping other inspectors or mentees, whatever it is. And be honest for what you really want. Don't just write stuff down because you're doing this exercise. Do honest work and you'll get more out of it. Do the work between the sessions. Don't show up empty-handed. Show up with results or lessons from a failure. Okay, I don't believe in failure. I believe that failure is only a stepping stone for success. So anytime I fail on something, I look back on it and say, okay, what can I have done different to make that a much better success? So, and then ask for help, but bring a plan. You can have a problem, but if you have a plan to execute that problem isn't as big as it could be. So mentorship fails when the mentee waits for the mentor to fix it all. And that's not what our job is supposed to be. It succeeds because both parties stay engaged and have a good relationship that's honest. So turning passive thinking into active goals. So let's go through some common phrases mentees might say and what the mentor should actually say to help them. So the mentee will say, I wish I could read more. The mentor says, well, how much? How much more? How many more books would you like to read? What type of books would you like to read? When could you read? Okay. The mentee comes back and says, I read about 20 minutes before bed every Monday and Friday for the next 3 weeks. Okay. I'm just not good at saving monies. Oh boy, you hear this one quite a bit. The mentor would say, what's something small you could cut out this week? Okay. The mentee, I could cut out Starbucks this month and save $25 a week into savings. So another mentee. The seller already had an inspection done. I hear this one a lot. The mentor, would it be smart to you have your own expert confirm it? The mentee, you're right. I'll schedule a home inspection this week. Okay. So a lot of times we don't understand uh, where that person is until they're talking about it. And then I want you to step back a little bit, mentors, and think about what they said and then react. Remember, we're not there to fix problems. We're there to help them through problems and give them some good, solid advice. As a mentor, your job isn't to bulldoze, it's to ask better question. As a mentee, your job is to listen, reflect, and then act. Okay, so turning these wishes into goals is the step that really can clarify your business. It can give you that rock solid foundation because your goal or your wish turned into a goal. So, a simple structure you can use to coach someone or yourself or whatever of a wish into a goal. What exactly do you want? And be clear about this. Clarity is so underrated, but be clear about it. What will it take to get there? So have yourself a plan. A plan is a good starting place. You can change a plan. Don't forget that. Next, what's the first step? So you need some sort of action. You need a call to action. What's my first step? The first step is I'm going to make this phone call or I'm going to put this money down on a gym membership or whatever it is. Have that action. Okay. When will you do it? Now, put yourself on a deadline. A lot of times if you say, well, I'm gonna fix that project, I'm gonna put in a dishwasher and whatever it is, but I'm gonna do it before November 1st. Okay, now I have a deadline. Now I have time to save for that dishwasher and then put it in, whatever. And then who is holding you accountable? That is that support system. Believe it or not, accountability isn't a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing to have. So, example, I wish I had more time to build my business. The goal would be to actually turn that wish into a solid rock plan. Okay. So you need to block off how many hours during the week, Saturday morning, whatever it is, for the next 6 weeks to have a marketing plan and then update your mentor on that progress. So that is really that simple. It's breaking things down into the level that you can understand it. Kind of like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Okay, if you look at an elephant, you're not gonna eat that whole thing in one bite, just letting you know. So you're gonna do one little bite at a time. And for those people that are vegetarians and stuff, I don't mean go out and eat an elephant. Just saying. Okay. So challenge and then commit. Let's choose with something practical. So here's your homework for the week. Like I said, get that wish list down, then get your goal set. Okay. Write down at least 3 things you've been wishing for. Then rewrite those wishes into goals using what, how, and when. Share it with your mentor and then go back and forth. What is a wish? What is a goal? Mentors, pay attention to the language your mentees use this week. Okay. Gently stop the conversation when you hear a wish. Then bring them in and coach them a little bit into how to turn that wish into a goal. Mentorship is not about always having the answer. It's about unlocking those uh, clarity moments, removing those excuses and really lighting a path for them to go. So wishes are easy to say, goals are harder to live because you have to keep your goals in sight. Every single day I come into my office and I have my goal written up on my paper or up on my wall on a piece of paper. And every day I look at that and think, how am I going to get to that goal? How many steps do I have to get there to get there? And tell you the truth, it's good to have these goals set right on in front of you. As a mentor or mentee, don't confuse movement with progress. Wishing is motionless. Goals are how you steer. So let's all steer a little better starting today. Now, again, if you found this valuable, send it to a friend. Please like and subscribe and also give us a rating. That really helps this channel grow. Now, send this to someone who's building their business. Send it to someone that needs that extra relationship, that extra, kick in the pants that some people need. Well, anyways, until next time, inspect what you expect, serve before you sell, and always keep growing and move forward. This is Dirk with your Mentor Moment.